America first does not mean America alone, and there has never been a better time to invest in the US. Those were Donald Trump's two main messages as he delivered his speech to Davos attendees this Friday, capping the US president's first participation in the World Economic Forum. Well, here's a clip of that speech in which Trump warns that he'll want a better deal for the US when trading with foreign partners.
We cannot have free and open trade if some countries exploit the system at the expense of others. We support free trade, but it needs to be fair and it needs to be reciprocal, because in the end, unfair trade undermines us all.
Well, for more on that, let's cross to our business editor, Kate Moody, who joins us from Davos. Kate, hello, thank you for being with us. Ahead of his arrival in Switzerland, it was feared Trump was set for a collision course with foreign allies. What can we make of that somewhat toned-down version of his America First drive?
Well, this was certainly a Donald Trump who was catering to his audience in his own way, of course, but he was talking to the Davos crowd. It's the liberal elite who embrace globalization and open borders. He even actually addressed the theme of this year's World Economic Forum, creating a shared future in a fractured world. A lot of people ahead of this speech had said that he was, in fact, the cause, the ultimate symbol of that fractured world. His line was that when people are forgotten, the world becomes fractured. We have to invest in people. So a slightly different Donald Trump than we have gotten used to seeing. The America First message was there. It wasn't as protectionist or as extreme as we might have expected. It came off more as patriotic. And in fact, there was actually a similar focus to the one that we heard from Emmanuel Macron, a focus on their domestic and economic reforms. Both of them stressed the same punchline, really. A few days ago, we were hearing that France is back. Today, it was America is back. Both of them open for business. Really an investment pitch coming from a former businessman and a former banker. Now, it was still Donald Trump speaking. There was a lot of focus on his own achievements, the rising stock markets, the strong economy, familiar lines on both North Korea and Iran, and a slightly softer line on immigration, saying that he wants to ditch the current framework in order to be able to focus on individuals.
And that speech virtually wraps up this Davos summit. What were the main takeaways of this edition, Kate?
Well, everyone had really been waiting for Donald Trump to arrive since this forum opened on Tuesday. He was absolutely the star attraction, the top topic of conversation. And it has to be said that usually at Davos, on the last day, quite a few people leave before the sessions have finally been wrapped up. There were not a lot of departures today, an awful lot of people waiting in line to hear from the American president. That main Congress Center, which fits 1,600 people, was absolutely full to bursting. They'd been standing in line for hours to hear from Donald Trump. He didn't get quite as warm a reaction as he might have hoped, I'm sure, but it was certainly far from, it was not, he didn't get booed. There was no real overt opposition to what he was saying. It was a polite, if rather cold, reception for him.
Kate Moody reporting there from Davos. Thank you very much for that.